Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Gerbil. In today's video, I'm going to talk about user interface, quality of life, and some other features of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes that I really would like to see Capital Games address in 2023. We got some fantastic improvements last year, like highlighting the color of speed mods in the store so you don't have to click on a mod and then click on the next one. And you know, there's been a number of great improvements, but we still have a ways to go, and some of them are long overdue. Not meaning to be critical here in any way, shape, or form, so Meathead and Capital Games, if anyone out there is listening, I'm going to lay this out pretty concisely, and I'm maybe going to show you some kind of graphical tips on how they could be implemented. While I teach design professionally, I like to think of myself a bit as an operational efficiency expert, as I've worked in the field in a variety of capacities, both personally and professionally. So I hope you take some of this to heart, because I think it would improve not just user satisfaction, but player retention, which of course is good for the community and, well, CG, good for your pocketbook. So let's get started, shall we? Number one, Datacron Management. Now, while these haven't been embraced in the community, they are now an essential component of the game, and they are rather cumbersome and stressful to manage. For example, on this screen, I have two Relic 8, level 8, and two level 6s, I think, no, three level 6, 8. I have three level 8s, but which one has the high critical damage, or which one has the maximum protection? While there is a search feature, kind of, it's there somewhere. It's not always available. Like when you are applying it to your arena or GAC team, there's a search function, but right here, I don't think so. And nonetheless, the problem is that, like, when you go to look at one, you click on one, there's no way to move to the next one. You have to back out, click on the next one, back out, click on the next one. And when you find the one you want and you upgrade it or you change it to a new level, it shifts the order of everything. So while you might be remembering, oh, it's the 5th level 3 that I have, and then you change it, suddenly it's a level 4, and the ordering of the other level 3s may not necessarily be the same, at least not if you had 5, 6, 7, right? So this is a big problem, and it is a tremendous waste of time, and it's stressful. So how can we fix this? Pretty easily, CG. Simply put some nav arrows, for one thing. And this would be a huge improvement. We have these for characters. We have these for mods. So when you're looking at a mod, you can nav, arrow to the next character, like in the loadout screen, for example. But not here. And then we can name our squads. And I know it seems kind of silly to think about naming a Datacron, but no, actually, if you would allow us to change the name of a Datacron, to give it a naming label, it would make locating, applying, and saving time amazingly more efficient. Like, this would be a huge quality of life improvement, like massive, because then it gives you a dedicated search field up here that you could search for the name or the feature. But then also at the bottom, instead of just all the icons, you could list the names we've given them. So for example, I have some Datacron names here. This is my CLS high crit damage, or my Wampacron, or my Boskacron, right? For the revive that's currently popular. So this way, I don't have to click on one. I don't have to exit, click on the others. I don't have to scroll back and forth. I just simply go, there's my Wampacron. That's the one with like plus 90 tenacity or whatever, right? This would be just mind-blowingly useful, and it would make, I think, a lot of people much more not enthusiastic, but much more accepting of them in some regards. At least it would save time in managing them. All right, number 2, we got the Cantina. CG, it's long overdue for a renovation here. The current Cantina, it is very cluttered. I think it's the original from when the game was created. There's been a few tweaks here and there. Yes, table labels and like the Jabba was added, but the light side dark table is prominent right in the middle, and that is important when you are a new gamer or you're still farming. But at some point, when you start approaching that 3, 4, 2, maybe even million GP, you don't need the light side dark side table that much. What if that were replaced with the tables you use more frequently, like the Cantina battles, the arena battles, the grand arenas, the galactic challenge, the conquest table? Or hear me out, what if that table instead was a showcase of your favorite characters? So when you log in the game, instead of having to go collection and then click on the character, and then whatever, you just go, all right, today I need to farm 3 of these, tap the character, farm it, back out, next character, tap it, farm it, or whatever, right? Just putting your favorites there, that visual reminder of what I need to do, saving us from having to go to the collection. That could be huge. I mean, like, seriously, light side, dark side, I think for the overwhelming number of players could easily be moved more towards the back of the cantina. And while we're at it, why don't we just update the entire cantina? Give us something that's UI fresh and engaging and welcoming and a little bit more, I don't know, fun. And then just a little pet peeve of mine, for the 5 or 6 years I played the game, over here on the left, there is nothing there in that shadowy corner. I used to joke with people and say that there would be a virtual ATM there, but it's been empty forever. I don't know. I would love to see something. I mean, put light side, dark side table over there, and put, like I said, like that showcase in the front of your favorites, or pull the arena table down or something, right? The table we actually click on. I don't click on light side, dark sides. I don't think most people do, especially at mid to late game. Whatever. Moving on. Number 3. I'm not going to talk about it much, but seriously, this needs to be simmable. It is way past time to sim this action. In my guild, we rotate 2 different times to make everyone happy. It takes me 15, sometimes 20, 25 minutes to play, depending on how focused I am. Why do I feel the urge or the need to play it? Because this is probably the most important place in the game to get your Gear 12 gear to move into the relics. I mean, I don't know how many times I've actually managed to get both a left and a right side piece at the same time from one raid for a character, right? And I'm like, woohoo, that just saved a month of potential farming. Or at least at a minimum 7,000 crystals if you were to just buy it outright. So this is huge and super important. And what happens is, if in some guilds everybody wants it, then 10, 15 people full run it, right? They solo it. And then how does that ensure you're in top 10 for those better rewards? I don't know the methodology for how it picks it. Sometimes I'm number 2, sometimes I'm number 9, sometimes I'm not even in top 10, and it's frustrating. So it's just a waste of time, and it actually hurts the entire guild when it gets soloed within an hour and somebody can't play it at all, and then they get like rank 44 rewards, right? So sim it, level out the playing field, give everybody some equal top 10 rewards. I mean, really, there's 240 characters. We need a way to progress them faster. All right, moving on. Territory war defense. This one is really, really big, and I do mean defense, not the whole experience, whatever. There's a few things here that I think could make the quality of life and the enjoyment of territory wars, though, significantly better. My beef with territory wars as it currently is that it's very time-consuming to go in and place characters and squads and datacrons in all, what is that, 3, 6, 10 of those fields. So every territory where I have to go in and do it 10 times. And I might place 14 teams, right? That's like resetting your GAC defense every single time. Capital Games, you understood that that was monotonous. So what did you do? You gave us the ability to set your defense permastyle and edit it as needed. Please bring that to Territory Wars. Allow us to permaset our defense and then edit it as necessary. Now, I know right now a bunch of you out there are saying, but whoa, what happens when that dude never updates his defense? Well, this is going to make the officers super happy. What if in the officer's view, there was a button to remove an unwanted squad and message the member to immediately explain why, right? So, you know, we all have that guild where at some point, sooner or later, probably not in really competitive guilds, but in most guilds, we always get that person who joins the guild, they don't know the rules yet, and they dump like free wins in there, right? They put that 30,000 power whatever squad, and everyone else is like, oh, and it's stuck there, right? That one person, whether it's purposeful or just unaware or they're new to the game, they can cripple your entire guild, and 45, 48 other people get harmed because of it. Why not let the officers say, whoa, 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 no, we don't want this squad here, and we want it over in that sector. Or let the officers maybe even potentially move it, but that's more than I'm asking for. Just simply remove the squad. So that way when somebody doesn't update their defense, we can fix it, and we can notify that person. And then that improves guild communication, which improves the game and the entire experience. All right, moving right along. Number 5, advanced filters. Wow, why? We have 240 characters in the game, and the kits are getting more and more complex. If they're a rebel, and they're a scoundrel, and they're a tank, then these, abilities happen. If they're a bounty hunter, you get this. If they're a smuggler, you get this. If it's Hutt Cartel, you get this. And if it's all three, you get all this. But I don't know about you. Like, I love Jabba the Hutt. I don't know. Is Bosch all three of those? I don't know. Is Skiffguard? I don't know. I could look them up, but that's just annoying. Why not, when we go to the search box or the filter box, give us priority searching or staggering and Boolean operators, right? Like, show me my rebels out of function, scoundrel out of function, tank, right? Or show me my Sith, but not my gear 12 and below, right? Or show me, right? Just why not? Why not also allow us to sort by relic level? Because so many times I'm like, well, I got enough material to upgrade like a 3 to a 5, and I'm not picky about who, so let's just go scroll through my library until I see a 3. It would be so helpful if we could just, filter relic level. And we can already do it by gear, but then all the relics are mismatched, right? So that would be really, really nice. All right, number 6, ship loadouts. I think enough said. It was really not a thing back when we had 6 fleets, but now we have 10 capital ships. And last year alone in 2022, we got the TIE Echelon, we got the Resistance Bomber, we got the Scythe, the Raven's Claw, the TIE Interceptor, the Outrider. That's 6 new ships. That's a whole fleet right there. So we just through GAC, we need at least 6 fleets, and then we need some backup fleets in case we drop a battle or two. So I don't know about you, but I have definitely oopsed and put Executor with like a Rebel fleet by accident just because I wasn't paying attention. I was dumb. But that will cost you a GAC match. And allowing us to have loadouts just like the squads would save a lot of frustration and stress. And it's not even about just penalizing people for being dumb. It's actually that horrible negative feeling that you have about both the game and yourself when that happens. You blame yourself and then you associate that bad feeling with the game. That's bad psychology, CG. That's how you lose players eventually, when you get enough of those feelings. Promise. All right, chat, communication. Guys, it's 2023. This is the worst chat field I've seen in any game, in any app that I know, except for one. I know one that's worse. But like, there's so much spam in here. Like, I am so happy to see that my friend HB83 here has applied 6 Zetas. That's braggable. That they unlocked Jabba the Hutt. That's braggable. Well done, bro. But that he reached gear 9? Who cares? Gear 10? Who cares? Gear 11? Doesn't matter. To be playable in most guilds, in most events, you need gear 12. I mean, Grand Arena, gear 12. Territory B3, let's not even go there, right? So why aren't we announcing like you've reached Relic 5? Seems like that's important. Relic 7, that's important. Relic 9, the big one right now. No notice on that. And then why can't we like put a notification somewhere, the ping that you have been directly messaged? Because like, I don't know, maybe some people get it, but I don't. I've never seen like a notice. Or search in here. Why can't we search it? Why can't we pin stuff? Like, come on, it's 2023, and I think every app is better. This needs some love. This definitely needs some love. All right, number 8. Now, this one might get into some legal issues, and depending on the country you're in and the regulations or rules of the App Store, whether you're iOS, Android, or another party, but why do I have to leave the game and click a link, or manually enter the address to get to the web store? Why can't I be in the game and click go to web store? I mean, if you're going to encourage us to use the web store, then make it as easy as possible. I do go daily to the web store because you get 50 free crystals every day in January. And I have actually bought a pack or two in the web store. Not necessarily for the experience because it's not as convenient, but just because there were different bundles and I liked those. So make it easier, and I think more people will go there. And of course, as you know, CG, that's going to improve your revenue because you're bypassing the App Store who's hosting your game. Number 9, Bronzium data cards. Yeah, we want these simmable, and that's clearly not going to happen. That's got to be, we've been asking that for, it feels like a millennia. But my peeve with these, and it actually got worse with the double chest, the double crates. And I love the double crates. Thank you. Great one. Very welcomed. But my peeve here is that the buy again and the finish are flipped from where they should be, right? If you hit skip, it skips that animation. But you only need to, the thing is, you hit skip and you just spam that same spot, it finishes and it takes you back out. And then you have to buy again, wait for it to load up this whole thing. If you move the skip or the finish and buy again, I always get these things wrong, but if you move the finish and the buy again, there they are, to opposite sides, then you can at least watch a movie and just spam that button, for 30 minutes to consume your 500,000 ally points. As it is now, I accidentally leave every third or fourth time, and it's frustrating. It just wastes a lot of time. Moving on. Now, this one might be a little controversial. Targeted offers and ads. First off, stop the pop-up ads. That's just a bad experience. Like, that is sincerely just a bad experience. And sometimes those pop-up ads don't go away, and they prevent you from seeing something. Like, I just watched Arnold unlock Chewbacca on his alt account, which was great that he realized he could do it. Congratulations, with way lower gears. Grief made that easy. But when he unlocked Chewbacca, a pop-up ad on live stream, pop-up ad shows up saying, "Yeah, you've unlocked Chewbacca. Buy this bundle." And when he tried to clear it, it wouldn't go away, and he missed the unlock animation. Now, if I was a new player who had never seen that before, I would be so furious. Like, I worked so hard, I've geared, I've spent months and months and months for this moment, and you steal it from me to show me a pop-up ad? Bad karma, bad, just not good. And the other thing is, like, these bundles, like, I already have Slicker. I already have all of my Ewoks here at Relic 7. I am never, ever going to buy these bundles. I mean, these are crystals, but others cost money. Why the hell would I be interested in this? Right? Get rid of these. It's not hard in this day and age to say, we've noticed, our algorithm has noticed that you are farming, let's say, Galactic Legend, I don't know, Lord Vader. Here's a Vader bundle that you might be interested in. I mean, that's easy. I bought a flute 7 years ago. I still get ads for flutes. Yeah, that's annoying. That just means the algorithm is, like, poor. But yours could also say, hey, okay, we've noticed you've unlocked Rey. Let's pull this one from the store. You're not going to need it anymore. I don't know. Just a thought. I don't know. That's just me, though. And one more bonus, voices. My 4-year-old's favorite thing to do in this game is when he's watching is he always wants to go spin the characters. He really loves to spin them. I mean, let's be honest, that's 60% of what most of us do in the game anyway, right? We spin them. We go, wee, really fast. But how much more enjoyable might this be? How much of that sense of nostalgia and happiness and satisfaction could we get if when we swipe from character to character, we get a random soundbite from the movies? Like, we get to hear Kenobi say, "Hello there," or Luke say, "It binds us," right? Or Han Solo say, "I got a bad feeling about this," or Vader, with his, you don't underestimate the power of the dark side, or whatever. And, like classic StarCraft, you just kept clicking on a tank over and over and over again, and they would eventually say different things. These guys could do that too. 3, 4, 5 different sounds. Now, I've heard someone say that'll just make the file size much bigger. Not necessarily. You can compress the crap out of audio files these days. And if all the sound bites are 3 to 4 seconds maximum, I mean, come on, for 240 characters, you have 4 sounds, you're talking about 1,000 sounds. If each sound only takes 200 to 300 KB, I mean, seriously, you're not talking more than 5 to 15 megabytes. And I would happily have that. I would happily include that. And of course, if you don't want it, put a button right here, disable voices. And then we're back where we are right now. But some of us, especially my 4-year-old, would love that. And I would love the nostalgia feeling it gives. Anyway, hey folks, I hope that you enjoy these. I would love to know your opinion on some of these. Is it just me? If you've got better ideas, put them down below, because, while I don't think Capital Games really watches me or really listens at all, and I don't expect that, they do periodically scan the community and read up on what people want. So help spread help them get the message, right? Otherwise, if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.